cake, she got cake, patty cake, she got cake, patty cake, she got cake, she got cake, Ricky Lake.
Let's jump into the mix. This is Patty Cake by Dash. I'll have his contact information below in the description so you can check out his stuff. But yeah, let's jump into it. So I'm going to show you guys a couple little things. This one's a little different than the others that I've done. This is a beat that I wrote, and I was able to mix the beat a little bit. I already had the sounds that I wanted, so I just added a little bit of EQ, reverb to the individual sounds, and then I routed that into a single file up here so I could do my beat drops and little effects like that. So let me show you how I set that up. This whole section here that's muted out is the beat. All this green is the original beat. And then what I did was added my EQ to the individual files, individual audio, and then I added reverb to what I wanted to add reverb to. Set all the levels how I wanted it, panning, all that. Then I set up a drum sub, which has EQ for the whole drum set, and then compressing all the drums together, so it kind of glues them together. After that, I took the main synth. There's only one synth in this beat. It's really simple. And I took that synth, added some EQ and reverb, and then it was all ready to go. So I took all these individual files, bounced them down. All I did was route them. So the drum output is a bus, 3132, and then the synth, same thing, 3132. And then my input was 3132 up here. I just routed it and recorded it onto that track. So this is everything down here exactly how I want it, printed onto just one file, so I could do beat drops. All right, so now that that's out of the way, let's jump into what I actually did. So I do my usual delays, the slowing down effect on the beat, certain things like that. So I'm going to show you the individual things I did as well in addition to that stuff. So let's listen to just the vocals by themselves real quick.
Yo, I got two heads and they both think alike. Got me feeling right tonight. In my head, I'm making symphonies, having epiphanies, Tiffany slipping me the tongue, saying I'm the one, girl, that's just for fun. And I'm sorry I gotta run.
So you can already hear that there's a lot of stuff added to the voice, other than just making it clear. So, I mean, making it clear is same as I usually do. My vocal chain is reductive EQ. I take out any frequencies that I don't like in the voice. If maybe the voice is a little nasally, I'll drop it out around like 1.5, 2K. If it's really rumbly, like a lot of low ends coming through, then I'll drop off like around 100 and below, maybe a little bit above that. I don't want to make it too, I don't want to take out too much low end, but I want to get rid of like any rumble or muddiness. Compression is when I'm just taming the dynamics of it. If there's soft parts and then there's loud parts, I want to be able to have it to where it's not too abrupt. This isn't classical music. We're not trying to make things really quiet and then really loud. We're trying to make it like in your face the whole time. It's hip hop. So after that, I do another EQ, which is additive EQ. I enhance the frequencies that I want to stand out. It's usually high end, like it could be here. Let's see what I did on this one. Yeah, so it's a bump from, what is this one here, from around 3K all the way up to like 10K, and it starts going back down. So it's a little bell shape right there, just so I could have some higher frequencies going through. Then I DS, so just getting all the S's, all the high parts of the voice that I want out of there. And that is it for the voice. That's the cleaning up part. Now for the effects, the actual stuff that makes it sound different is right here. So I have dry, which is just the regular signal. So let me mute out the other two. So here's just a dry signal.
Yo, I got two heads and they both think alike. Got me feeling right tonight. In my head, I'm making symphonies, having...
All right, so it sounds clean. That would work fine, but I wanted a little bit of reverb on it. So same thing, but with a little bit of reverb.
Yo, I got two heads and they both think alike. Got me feeling right tonight. In my head, I'm making symphonies, having epiphanies.
So just a little bit of reverb on that. Then I go in and I add delay as well.
Yo, I got two heads and they both think alike. Got me feeling right tonight. In my head, I'm making symphonies, having epiphanies. Tiffany slipping me the tongue, saying I'm the one girl that's just...
Okay, so now that's the full vocal chain. It has the dry signal, the reverb signal, and the delayed signal all going through at once. That's my final vocal that I wanted. And then I added in my delays up here to the certain words that I want delayed on top of it. All right, so now everything together.
Ricky Light.
Yo, I got two heads and they both think alike. Got me feeling right tonight. In my head, I'm making symphonies, having epiphanies. Tiffany slipping me the tongue, saying I'm the one girl that's just for fun. And I'm sorry.
All right, so yeah, the vocals sound cleaner. Plus, they sound like they have all the effects that make it sound different. It's not just a dry voice. It has a little bit of energy to it. All right, after doing that, I go in and I add my delays on the parts that I want to stand out. So like whenever there's a gap, I mean, not on every gap, but on most gaps, I add in these delays, as you can see here. And we're listening to it right now, but I'll show you again.
And they both think alike. Got me feeling
So that, and then here.
just for fun. And I'm sorry I gotta run. Cause when it...
And now on my delays, I'll show you what I'm using. Echo Boy, eighth note. If you're using this, make sure you set it up at the tempo that your session's at, because if it's not at that, it's going to sound off. So if you're wondering why, it's this right there. Click the MIDI, it'll knock it over to 99, or your session's tempo. Now, I didn't want it to repeat, so I didn't have any feedback. I just wanted one delay, and I wanted an eighth note delay, so it's right after. It's the quick delay, and all the way wet, so it's all the delays going through. And I just did a single echo right here. And then I use this, like it's the telephone vocal setting. I think I moved it around a little bit, but it's just to give it a different sound. I don't want the delay to be exact replica. I want it to sound a little bit different. And let's go down on his hook, because on his hook it's detuned, it's delayed, it has a bunch of things going on, so let's listen to that.
Patty cake, she got cake. Patty cake, she got cake. Patty cake, she got cake. She got cake. Ricky Light.
Yo, I got two heads.
All right, so on the hook, let me solo it out.
Patty cake, she got cake.
So you could hear it's detuned. We did two recordings, one for the left speaker, one for the right speaker. Detuned them both at the same amount. And then once we got the pitch that we wanted, I went in and I added these delays here on the spaces so it fills in the gaps. But on top of that, I added, just like with the regular vocal, it's dry and then a little bit of reverb. And then down here, just like the regular vocal, a little bit of delay as well. So this one, you're getting two delays on it. And let's look at the beat drops in this song. So here's just the beat so you can hear what's going on.
Got cake, she got cake. Ricky Light.
Oh, that wasn't just a beat, but anyways, you could hear that right here is that slow down effect. And then right here is just, I cut the beat out so it's empty. So something like that just gives more emphasis when the verse comes back in. It's just a cool effect to use. And let's see if I use it anywhere else. Okay, right here, I didn't do a beat drop, but it's the slow down effect. So let's hear just that. So I tend to use these effects right before a verse comes in, or on a certain part of the vocal, just to make things stand out. It makes things hit harder. If you hear silence and then all of a sudden an 808 comes in, that 808 is going to sound stronger than as if there was an 808 already there and then the 808 continues. So it's just giving your music a little bit more dynamics, makes the record sound better. So try out those tips, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Cake, patty cake, ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, just got an Ozy, she feeling kinda cozy, neighbors acting nosy, if she's Snow White then you can call me Dopey, she's my golden trophy, stroke me, I'm telling her to choke me, like my name is Billy, we off a couple pillies, acting really silly, I'm about to free Willy, you know the dealie.
Patty cake, she got cake, patty cake, she got cake, patty cake, she got cake, she got cake.
Yo, I never hesitate, and they state great things come to those if you wait. That's the one thing that I hate, but tonight's got me feeling like it's fate. Meanwhile, she's straight smiling and she's nodding her head yes, just so I'm impressed. Really, it's just her chest that's got my attention. Not to mention, I'm daydreaming like the